Number 205, Amanda. Down.
Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. My name is Manda. Some people call me AJ. I am a Canadian lifetime natural bodybuilder and a full-time bodybuilding and lifestyle coach. I should probably start adding the fact that I am also a posing coach into that little spiel, but you know, she's pretty pre-programmed into the brain as of right now. I am coming to you at 6:30 in the morning from Truro, Nova Scotia. Currently, I am traveling to visit with some of my partner's family. It's a super short and simple trip for me because, guys, I'll be honest, I am burnt out from all of the moving around, all of the back and forth, doing 3 shows back to back, traveling to and from my hometown in Toronto a handful of times. My partner's going to be staying here for an extended week, but Manda is flying home literally tomorrow, and that is because I need a week to put my feet onto the ground. I'm going back to Toronto in another week. Per usual, y'all are gonna watch Manda do all of her bodybuilder girl things. If you are not new here, I am somebody who quite literally does not miss a beat when it comes to bodybuilding. I do not miss or skip meals. I do not eat off land. I do all my training sessions. I am just major bodybuilding girly galore. So with that said, it is 6:30 in the morning. I've been up for about an hour and a bit, slowly sipping on my greens while I'm actually editing the last video that y'all would have seen. It's quite loud out in the sort of foyer area, and I'm staying with my partner's family. I'm gonna make sure to show y'all some meals, take y'all to the gym, do a little training sesh. It's gonna be a good day. Hello, we are off to go and train. The gym is about an hour-ish away. We're doing a quick pre-workout meal in the car. Bill is munching on straight up a plain bagel with a banana on the side. Amanda has her food in a throwaway takeout container, so do not mind that. Okay, my meal, not as fun, but definitely still just as delicious. Rice, chicken, a little bit of peanut butter on the chicken for my fats, some green peas. We're gonna get some good fiber in there. Normally I wouldn't do fiber like that in my pre-workout meal, but like I said, we're an hour away, so slowing down the rate of digestion is important. My body and my metabolism is still incredibly responsive to food, aka I eat and 20 minutes later it's like I never ate anything ever before once in my life. And we also threw in a little bit of pineapple for some nice simple carbs and quick sugars. Today I'm training upper body. I have a back and shoulders day. I filmed this workout last week. I'm not going to film it again this week, but I will include some clips of the gym so that y'all can see where we are at in, it's going to be in Halifax? In Halifax, Nova Scotia. We have safely arrived at the Delta in Halifax. We're staying here only for one night because, as I mentioned, I'm flying home tomorrow. Phil is in the bathroom, but I'll do a quick room tour of the rest of the room. You come in here, nice big sliding door for the bathroom and the closet. Hello, there is me in a cute little mirror. I made myself a little decaf espresso here. I'm gonna sip on that in just a second. If you've been to a Delta before, they're all pretty standard, just like any good hotel chain, but Deltas are typically quite nice. 2 giant bags here with food. We've got chicken, rice, my oatmeal and egg whites for the next morning already cooked. There's no microwave in the room, but there's a microwave downstairs. Either we'll just eat meals cold or go downstairs and use the microwave. But that is our room tour. My next meal, we are doing an off meal tonight. We're getting sushi with Bill's sister and her boyfriend, I believe. So my next meal is super simple: 200 grams of Greek yogurt, 50 grams of berries. I did put a pack of stevia in here as well, just to flavor the Greek yogurt. Phil also has a big Greek yogurt meal here. That's his for tomorrow. My decaf espresso. So good. I do have a little bit of client work to catch up on. Staying at Phil's parents last night, we spent some time with his family this morning. My girlies got to hear back from me. I don't have check-ins on Saturdays and Sundays. Today is a Saturday, but I do have quite a few clients that sent me training clips today. And I like to respond to those as quickly as I can because I'm fully off on Sundays and I don't want to start my Monday overwhelming and overloading my schedule. While Phil's in the shower, Amanda will respond to all of her clients, all of her girlies. As a reminder, I am a lifestyle and bodybuilding coach, so if you are interested in working with me, there's always a link down below in the description box. I do have very limited spots for those clients right now, but I also just had a spot open up this morning. If the application is live, that means Amanda is accepting clients. I'm also accepting posing clients at this time, so if you are looking to do your posing, bikini, wellness, or figure, you know where to go. Down in the description box below. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it did, and it was cute, so purr. Hello. Let's take a look at some of your training videos here together. Could still afford to stand slightly forward. We want that bar path to be in line with our center of gravity. My center line of gravity runs from the tip of my head all the way down to the center of my foot. That's where you would want to have that bar. I want to get you forward even more if possible. When you push the hips back, the whole time that bar is moving, it's staying closer within that center line. And this is also going to help with general stability and your ability to overload the muscle over time. Keeping that trap down, driving up through that side delt. Good morning, y'all. After I finished doing my computer work yesterday, one of my clients was having her show day. Sorry, one of my posing clients. I hopped on a quick FaceTime with her to take a look at some things before she was getting ready to step on stage. She ended up doing amazing. She was first in all of her classes. She did novice, true novice, and open class B. Then Phil and I went to the meetup with his sister and her boyfriend. We had a good time. We got some dinner, and Phil took me around Halifax to see some of the big, like, sightseeing-ish sights and whatever. It is the next morning. I slept incredibly well. After my off meal, per usual, my weight is up 2 pounds, and per usual, I'm going to do all of my regular things to get it to balance back out. Nothing crazy. Morning starts off always same. Thankfully, this hotel has a little hotel gym. I am just gonna go and do my morning fast cardio. We're gonna go and explore to see if they have an elliptical, fingers crossed. Whoa, this is actually a pretty good hotel gym vibe. We are not mad. Okay, so not an elliptical, but they have the cross trainer here. I'll do my 30 minutes fasted on the cross trainer. Being able to travel and do different things has everything to do with, not everything to do with. Being able to travel and do different things, but also stay on track with your plans has a lot to do not only with planning, but also the execution of your planning. I knew that I was going to be in a hotel today. I knew that I wasn't going to have access to a stove. Now, things that I could have done, I could have brought dry oats, protein powder. I could have made protein oats. I could have gone to the grocery store, picked up a banana, whatever it might look like, bring with me a small container of peanut butter for some fats. I could have done any of those things, but yesterday I had planned. This morning's breakfast is chia seeds, egg whites, Elevate cream of rice, and some blackberries as well. There we go. She is a gorgeous meal. I have some peanut butter on that. I brought a small salt shaker. I've been able to salt all of my meals as well because, again, I'm staying in a hotel room that does not have a microwave. I went downstairs and I just asked the front desk if they would heat up my meal. These things are all possible if you care enough to put them into place. If you are somebody who wants to be on top of their ball, wants to be the best of the best, wants to actually see results in what they're doing, right? You're going into the gym, you're doing all this hard work, you want to see your results. Being able to plan, prepare, and then execute is all that it really takes. It didn't take a lot of effort for me to prep this meal yesterday, to put it in the fridge here, walk downstairs to have them heated up for 1 minute and 30 seconds. I wanted to be on track. I want to be back on the ball. I knew that I was going to have an off meal last night. I knew that I wanted today to be successful. I know that I have a flight today. I know all of these things because I know all of those things and because I want to still be on track. That is all that it took. It took 5 minutes of thought, 10 minutes of effort, and now all I have to do is eat and enjoy my meal. You can do stuff like that too. Genuinely, y'all have seen me, if you've been watching my YouTube videos for a while, y'all have seen me go all up and around North America, still follow my meals, still hit my training. If you want want it, act like you want it, put in the effort, you have the full capability to execute. I know that you do. If you're somebody who is struggling to figure out how to execute and navigate this kind of lifestyle while doing extravenous activities, feel free to shoot me a message if you want some tips or tricks. Or additionally, I'm also always accepting clients for lifestyle coaching as well as bodybuilding coaching. And there's a link below if you want to open up and have a bigger conversation. We can talk tips and tricks, how to keep you on track, how to navigate different situations. I promise you, even if I have not navigated that personal situation, at minimum, we can game plan for how to make sure that you are successful while you navigate that situation. Last little pack up and wrap up at the hotel before we go to train, and Amanda heads on off to the airport. I have a pre-workout meal here. We are doing today, I've got my Elevate and apple pie, 75 grams of chicken, 10 grams of peanut butter, and 30 grams of banana. Today is a glute day. I'll try to record a little bit when I'm at the gym, in the gym training, but we'll see what I get, and whatever I do end up putting together, y'all will of course see a cute little montage. I do of course have my favorite pre-HD Elite as well as my Intra HD and raspberry lemonade in these nice cute sketchy little dime bags, and this is a great travel hack if you're going places. Put stuff in little plastic Ziploc baggies. If you are traveling, like taking a flight, you should probably label on them with Sharpie, but because we drove down and I'm gonna finish these before, like I'm not gonna have to bring any of them home, I didn't write on them and I know what they look like and what they smell like. Quick pre-workout meal before we train some glutes.
Solo no duele como el Lewandowski. High key, baby, nunca low key. Yo tengo el drip, preguntar a mi broski. Tres líneas, tripoloski. Solo no duele como el Lewandowski. High key, baby, nunca low key. Yo tengo el drip, preguntar a mi broski. Tres líneas, tripoloski. Yo vivo mi vida como atleta, entrenando y corriendo la carrera. Tan veloz cuando yo quemo la carretera. Y si no tienes estilo, es pa' afuera. ¿Qué vas? Ustedes solo saben copiar, pero les gusta criticar y le encanta odiar. Puedo decir que eso de calle, pero el único delito que en verdad es cometido es solamente robar. Ven y rode mi flow, vos sos más fake que en reality show. Me quieren tirar, pero no pueden, bro, porque ellos saben que tengo razón. Hey, sin paja me quieren meter dentro de una caja. No pasa nada, digan lo que digan, son solamente palabras. Si me dispara, solamente una bala. Solo no duele como el Lewandowski. High key, baby, nunca low key. Yo tengo el drip, preguntar a mi broski. Tres líneas, tripoloski. Solo no duele como el Lewandowski. High key, baby, nunca low key. Yo tengo el drip, preguntar a mi broski. Tres líneas, tripoloski. No paro y no paro, hablando claro, yo sé que soy caro. Yo ni entiendo lo mucho que valgo.
Just wrapped up at the gym, finished training. Training was decent. I was surprised. I thought I was going to get a really nice pump given how much sushi we had last night because we went out and got sushi, but still there was no pump to be found in freaking sight. Phil needed a couple extra minutes with his training, so I did a 10-minute walk down the street to get a little decaf coffee, which is good because honestly your girl's gonna need steps today. And I just finished pulling out my next meal, so I had my next meal packed in this Ziploc bag and I'm using the same container that I was traveling with earlier. Got a fork in my bag. We're gonna munch back some post-workout chicken, rice, and veg. Hello, hi vlog. Here we are, we're at the airport. We're trying to be nice and low-key to be the most respectful that we possibly can of other people as best as we can. I have a meal packed with me for the flight. I wanted to show you guys what it was. I'm gonna eat in just a few minutes. I have 100 grams of asparagus. Now I picked asparagus because I'm typically somebody who holds a lot of water when they fly east to west, and asparagus has a natural diuretic property to it, and that is why it is my veggie of choice for this flight. Then I also have some rice here. It's a training day, so we're smacking that bag up with lots of rice. And although this might look like a big piece of chicken or a big piece of fish, it's actually egg whites with cinnamon and some peanut butter in the middle for healthy fats. This is going to be the meal that honestly I'm probably going to eat it right now just because I'm pretty hungry. Normally I would eat around this time. There's no sense in waiting 40 minutes to get on the flight to get comfy and eat it. I also have with me some electrolytes just to help keep me feeling really good as I go to board the flight. I'll probably drink these before I get on. When I'm flying, I like to try to drink at least 500 to 750 milliliters per hour. I do find flying to be extremely dehydrating. Nobody feels good stepping off an airplane, let alone stepping off an airplane and being dehydrated as heck. With that said, talk soon. Good morning and welcome back to Montreal. I'm currently at my partner's house. He lives pretty close to the airport. I live downtown, and an Uber would have cost me an arm and a leg. We pre-planned things out. I left my car here before the trip. That way I could get my morning started and get to bed last night as soon as I got home, or as soon as I got back here. I'm just getting ready to go for my morning walk, so I'm putting together my drink of greens, creatine, and glutamine. I always start my mornings off with a little bit of movement. It makes me feel really grounded, helps wake me up nice and slow, and it gives me some time in the morning to settle in, focus on my breath, connect with myself and my thoughts. I would also like to announce that I have officially switched gears into the citrus flavor. I don't know what changed in me that made me decide that I actually kind of love the citrus, but yeah, I'm now a citrus greens girly. This week is going to be a little bit crazy, a little bit chaotic. Quite a few calls booked this week between consults, client catch-up calls, and posing clients, all whilst juggling packing up my apartment because, yes, can't believe I've been here almost 6 months. My lease is ending and I will not be staying at my Montreal apartment. I have a client jumping into peak week this upcoming Saturday. Followed by that, I'm also going to be going back down to Toronto because, my friends, I have a surgery. I'm going for a breast augmentation surgery and I haven't fully decided if I'm going to vlog it. I feel as though I want to. I think it could be a very insightful, raw vlog, but I'm curious to know if that is something that you would be curious to know more about. If you would be interested in me vlogging my breast augmentation surgery, feel free to leave a comment. If you have an opinion on breast augmentation surgery, I'm not interested in your personal opinion. Feel free to write that in your journal if you have your own thoughts there. Just if you are somebody who wants to see the process, the ins and outs, a super raw, organic representation of it, let me know. I have been tooth and nail fighting the heck out of burnout, and I keep getting to that edge, kind of falling off, pulling myself back up, and this perpetual cycle has not ended, but here is where this perpetual cycle ends. I am going to take these next 2 weeks pre-surgery to freaking chill, to work, to train, breathe, relax, just take things easy. I've been living out of a suitcase since the middle of July. Yeah, no more of that. That ends here for now, obviously. Make my first meal. I've been doing this giant volume egg white oat that's so incredibly good. The ingredients are super simple. We're gonna do 20 grams of oats with 5 grams of the Elevate in coconut flavor. I do a couple grams of chia seeds just for some added fiber. We're gonna top it after with some almond butter, pumpkin spice seasoning for some additional fiber and flavor. I also have some frozen pumpkin puree, and then of course the star of the show is the Costco egg whites. Bring a pot with a little bit of water to a boil. I put about this much water, and I'll add more water if I end up needing to. As soon as that's boiled, we can add in the oats, the Elevate, and the chia seeds. I forgot to mention to also add in your pumpkin puree. Most of my pumpkin puree was pretty frozen. I only got about 10 grams in there today, but 10 grams is better than none. I don't add any additional sweetness because I find that even adding a little bit of the Elevate really adds to the sweetness. But if you're doing it unflavored, you might have to add some kind of artificial sweetener if that's your personal preference for taste. Keeping this at a simmer, I'm going to use a whisk to keep it really combined. Spend maybe a minute or two letting this all cook down, making sure to whisk it frequently so nothing sticks to the bottom of the pan. Egg whites, just place it on the scale, zero it out. Make sure that my heat is set nice and low. That way it doesn't burn as I start pouring those egg whites in. We're going to add 150 grams. Oh, so close, 152, that's okay. Is the most important part, which is to continuously whisk this. At no point do you want to let this settle. If you let this settle and then you try to whisk it, you're essentially going to have scrambled egg whites, which we don't want. We want a big fluffy oat bowl. I will whisk this for maybe like 3 or 4 minutes, and things are looking super fluffy. I'll toss in a dash of pumpkin spice seasoning. You would do this to your personal taste preferences. I'm somebody who likes lots and lots of flavor. All right, let's pour this into a bowl and do our toppings. And that, my friends, is how you turn 20 grams of oats and 5 grams of cream of rice into a big, beautiful morning oat bowl full of fiber, healthy fats, good carbs, and high protein. Good chunk of work is done. Chicken is cooked. I also dropped some rice in the rice cooker. I don't technically live far from Phil's. However, during human waking hours, the drive is atrocious because I live downtown Montreal. He lives outside the city, and I unfortunately will not have enough organized time today to make the trip back to my apartment. So Amanda is staying here for the day. I did need to go to Costco, and conveniently Phil lives right next to a Costco. Quick Costco haul. I'm switching one of my lean protein meals for salmon. So I picked up these frozen smoked salmon pre-sliced, ready to serve salmon fillets. I got some lettuce. I picked this one because it was on special. It was $1 off. Egg whites, these were $17. $17. When did that happen? These used to be $10.99. I don't know why the chickens are having such expensive egg whites, but more of the avocado-only avocado packs. The only ingredients are avocado and sea salt. These are perfect, and the portion size on them is also dang near perfect. Not my favorite ingredient list at all. It's a good price. It'll do. It does have onion. It does have garlic. Kimchi. All right, my friends, here is where we are going to wrap up this week's vlog. As always, thank you so much for watching. I cannot believe that you watched this video. And here is your weekly reminder. You are on track for your life. Nobody can tell you whether you are in the right place or not in the right place. Your age is simply just a number. Whatever social normative perception of what you are supposed to be doing or achieving at whatever stage in life you're at is completely false. You are the one person who has full control and full authority over their life, their transitions, and your timelines. If you're not at the place that you want to be, that's okay. Keep working. You're going to get there. And if you're somewhere that society wants you to be, and maybe it doesn't feel like it's the right path for you, don't be afraid to take a whole entirely new path. You are fully capable of building whatever life it is and whatever you want for yourself, your ambitions, and your dreams. Make sure to like, leave me a comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can follow along with the journey. I love you, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Goodbye.